Alright, man, so we're here for Game 1 of the Nexus 6 tournament. I am Milk Ducks. With me today is Dibby.
Hello, it's me.
So, can you believe we've done 6 of these tournaments, man?
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, man. We've been trying to do, like, what, like one every couple of months? Or what?
Yeah. So on the blue team should be next team, which is
Arrogant Nephalem, correct.
And on the right side... Yes, sorry, right side. I'm really bad at left-right. Right side is Kime's team, always Mafia. The red team.
Okay.
So they're taking their sweet time with the ban here.
Yeah, it takes a long time to ban Garage, doesn't it? Okay, so Knight's team, Arrogant Nephalem, the blue side, won the coin flip, so they got to pick. They wanted to be first pick in the draft, which means that Always Mafia, Kime's team, got to pick the map, and they picked Tomb of the Spider Queen. Why do you think they would pick Tomb of the Spider Queen?
I can't really say for sure. It's because I mean, you know, there's any number of reasons. It's a small map. It's good for specialists, but
I guess I tend to pick.
Maybe they just like it.
I tend to pick Spider Queen when I want to get stacks on people. Like, it's a stack map, so like you might be looking at maybe like a Kel'Thuzad game, right? Like he's fairly new. Yeah, Nazebo potentially. Anybody that can
honestly,
get stacks.
if I wanted a Kel'Thuzad game though, I would have gone for a two lane map.
I see what you're saying, but I think Tomb of the Spider Queen is small enough that, you know what I mean? I don't even think lanes matter necessarily. You can rotate all around and get stacks.
Sure. Kel's very good at getting stacks on a 2-lane map though, just because you stick him in the 4-stack and he could just easily rack that up.
For sure.
So I don't know if anybody plays Kel'Thuzad though. He's fairly new.
He is new. You know what? I expect to see that more from Brood Squad, because I know Weasel's been playing him quite a bit.
That's true, yeah. I've been playing with this Kel.
So why do you think they would ban Gul'dan?
Gul'dan's exceptionally good at wave clearing, and on this map, it's really, really important to have a wave clearer, especially someone who can just easily gather up those gems. Gul'dan just, like, shreds the wave. Super, super good at that. The Ragnaros ban is interesting, though. I'm not quite sure.
I don't mind a Ragnaros ban. I mean...
Oh, you know, maybe that's for Monkus.
It could be. So that's something we hadn't really considered, right? I mean, you're going to see some of these targeted bans, like Monkus does...
Oh, you know what it is? Maybe, okay. Kime's going to go Abathur, and then they're banning out Ragnaros, who is Monkus' other good hero. Oh...
Okay.
If that's what they're gonna do, I like it.
I like it, but I think it's a lot of eggs in, like, the shutdown Monkus basket.
Sure, but Kime is also really good with Abathur.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree. What does a Rhaegar first pick tell you? They wanted first pick, right? They wanted first pick, so they wanted the Rhaegar. Why do you think that is?
You know, I'm not quite sure. Rhaegar isn't, like... He's not a specialized kind of hero, right? Like, you can kind of... He's just like a general pick. Like, you can kind of just slot him into any...
Well, he does... Okay, so he does have good wave clear for a support. He's an aggressive support.
Yeah. Rhaegar as a first pick is rather interesting, though, because it's not... It definitely doesn't make my... Definitely wouldn't put priority on him, right? For a first pick, and me personally, but... We'll see what they're planning. Maybe they have something.
Well, he's one of the. I think he's strong. I mean, I think he's one of the only heroes. He's one of the only supports left with cleanse, right? Is it just him and maybe Right Wing?
I think.
No, Lily I think does as well still.
Yeah, maybe. Nazebo pickup here, which is great. Again, we were talking about that before. Zebo's just a really good hero on this map.
Diablo. That'll be Knight. That'll be Knight on Diablo.
For sure. Oh, so Kime's team, by the way, picked up Greymane and Leoric. We didn't really talk about that much.
So the Leoric... So they're going to need another tank. I think almost certainly. Leo is not necessarily a solo tank. But he is a good laner.
He's a great bruiser.
He's a great bruiser, and he's got great lane presence. And he's going to be rotating around a lot. You may potentially see him pick up the talent where he gets like health and mana back, right, for every minion that dies.
Fealty unto death.
Fealty unto death.
One of my favorites.
Basically,
honestly, it just gives him a ton of lane sustain. Pretty much means that he'll never need to actually back. Red team is banning right now, and they go with the Li Ming. And yes, I think that is 100% targeted at Kieri. It's just her best hero. They don't want to deal with it. Can't blame them for that. She does have plenty of other heroes that she can play, but I think they are rightfully scared of her Li Ming because she plays a phenomenal Li Ming.
She plays a phenomenal lots of stuff, dude.
Oh yeah, I know. But it's when you're examining like her hero pool, it's like I think that's the top of the list as far as like what would you rather not deal with, right?
Right.
It's not necessarily a target ban so much as like we just don't want to deal with your Li Ming.
So what do you?
Because sure, she can play lots of other stuff too.
I think the Stukov ban is strong here. Do you think you're just kind of giving them Uther at that point?
Definitely. Uther's been seeing a lot of priority in these tournaments lately. Lots of people just lean towards Uther, and I can't blame them. Just a really strong solo support. Strong anything support. He can work in double and solo, but he has really chunky burst heals, provides the armor, he has a stun. Alright, so Team Always Mafia needs a second tank. They will need another DPS and a support. Oh, Chromie and Malfurion, okay. They're going to need a beefy frontliner to protect the Chromie, because right now they have 0 peel.
Have the changes gone in yet for the Chromies? They've like reduced the
on her quest? I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Her quest has gone down from 80 to 60, making it quite significantly easier to actually complete now.
So that'll be interesting. So a lot of times when I see Chromie, I like to pick up any kind of stealth hero that can go around behind her, but they can't really do that when you have when you have a Malfurion. Because Malfurion's going to pick up that scouting drone at level 1. And they don't have a lot of... Well, they do. They have options left for hard engage. And honestly, Leo can't peel.
Right. It's all going to come down to Always Mafia's last pick. They need like a really strong main tank. Ooh, Malthael.
Okay.
Okay, so I really love this Malthael pick because they know that they need a second tank, right? Arrogant Nephalem knows that Always Mafia needs to pick a second tank. Malthael shuts down tanks super hard.
He does.
Really smart pick.
I guess that the only thing I'm concerned about with the Malthael pick, I like it against the Mouth because Mouth struggles to heal area damage. I mean, like if you're just looking at it in a vacuum, right? Like the trait from Malthael kind of cancels out the hot from Malfurion. I think. Right. But once he pops Tormented Souls and he goes in, then it's a completely different story. However, once he goes in, he's going to get Twilight Nightmared or whatever. He's going to get Emerald Dreamed or whatever the fuck that's called.
The Malthael player on
Emerald Nightmare.
Arrogant Nephalem is going to have to be extremely careful. Arthas, okay.
The Arthas, I think that's Invictus. I think he typically does play Arthas.
Yeah, the Malthael player is going to have to be extremely cautious because, again, there's lots of ways that he can get shut down. If he gets rooted, he's dead. And there's 2 roots, right?
There's 2 roots. Yeah.
Arthas has a slow. Leo has a slow. Malfurion has Twilight Dream. So if Malthael can be very careful and very patient, he will definitely be able to make some stuff work.
I don't know that you're going to be able to see the big rewind combos from Kime, looks like, just because Null Pointer will have the cleanse.
Right. Do you think he'll go Slowing Sands instead?
I think he could, but I don't think it really affects their team as much as it... You know what I mean?
It's really good against Malthael and Diablo, though, because, like... Oh, and Rhaegar, probably.
I don't know that it is, because, like, Rhaegar can Z and then Wolf into somebody, like, potentially just bypassing the sands. Malthael can similarly, like, just jump to somebody as long as he has him tagged. Diablo can shadow charge So I'm not
Right.
100% sure that it's gonna pay off as well as they want them to.
It's more like, what am I trying to say? Like you can put it down like preemptively though, and zone them out, and it makes it really hard like for a Diablo player to engage, right?
You're probably right.
Because like yeah, sure they can charge in on the person, but the rest of their team is going to be separated from them, and if Diablo wants to escape, he's going to have to go back through the slowing sands.
So initial impressions as far as who do you think has the advantage here?
Oh, definitely Arrogant Nephalem.
You think definitely Arrogant Nephalem? Okay.
Yeah. They picked up really good wave clear. Strong solo tank Diablo, who can just bully pretty much anyone on their team.
I think it comes... I agree with you. I do agree with you.
Yep.
But I think a lot of it comes down to just having Knight on the Diablo, right?
Oh, yeah.
We talk about this a lot, like when you have a really strong, like one of your strongest players playing your warrior, because that's sort of setting the tone for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just setting the pace. So
I definitely see what Mafia is going for though. Like they have a lot of like I guess you could call it counter engage, because if one of the melees from Nephalem comes in, they can slow them, they can root them, right? Pop them. So we'll have to see how it plays out. And we're off to the races. Arrogant Nephalem on the left, blue team, and always Mafia on the right, red team.
yeah, it does look like Kime has taken the reveal at level 1, so she will be able to scout for her team a little bit.
Yep, it's a pretty standard Chromie pick. Even when there aren't stealthies, it's just really good for her to have the vision, and then the 5% ability power that she can get. Leading quest is very useful.
It does look like
Zebo is going spider build.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, yeah, it is going spider build. We talk about this every single time we have a tournament. It's not my favorite thing in the world, man, but if people can make it work, then let's make it work.
I think against this team, you can make it work. You have a strong front line. They have squishies. Like, if you can land with spiders on Chromie, like, that's like 75% of her health gone.
You're basically trading... Yeah, you're basically trading some of your safety for a stronger, like, more aggressive early game, which I don't disagree with.
So right now I want to call attention to top lane. Blue team, Nephalem, has abandoned it.
They've only missed one... I mean, I don't know if you missed it, but they haven't missed any experience yet, as far as I know.
They haven't missed a lot of experience yet. I was just about to say, yeah. I thought that was a little interesting, though. But it looks like they have everything covered now.
In terms of total XP earned, they're actually ahead by about 50.
Yep. It's actually interesting because Leoric was clearing, his clear isn't super fast, which meant that his minions couldn't actually get to the towers and get killed.
Okay, so Monkus going down in the bottom lane was trading Malthael into Greymane. I think Malthael trades pretty well with a lot of people, but he can't go toe-to-toe with a Greymane. Almost nobody can go toe-to-toe with a Greymane.
You also, like, as a Malthael, you basically all you have to do in lane is just poke them, right?
Right. You just need to touch them.
Yep.
Yeah, then you can do your thing.
Let your trait tick down, and then just walk off.
Right. You don't want to man fight another... You don't need... You know what I'm saying? You don't need to man fight another hero, especially a Greymane. You don't man fight a Greymane, for sure.
No way, yeah. Kiri's in trouble.
Kiri's in a little bit of trouble, but I think she's going to be out of there just fine.
And she has her tap, so she'll be fine, yeah.
Monkus is back in the bottom lane now. He is getting pushed out a little bit against the Greymane, but I think he's fine. You only really need to be down there to soak. And honestly, any kind of trade... Well, he looks like he's trading again with the Greymane.
I think he's going to get out, though.
I think he's going to get out, and he's trading into the minion wave.
Invictus
very
is gonna
dangerous.
Have to back, honestly. He has no mana.
Yeah, they're both going to have to back. Well, maybe not Monkus. Monkus can heal off the wave.
So this is kind of interesting. I think Knight's team right now is prioritizing rotations a bit more than soak. And Kime's team is doing the opposite, I think, right?
It seems to be that way, although it's not... In terms of total XP, Always Mafia is ahead by... Well, I'm sorry, they just lost at lead by about 100 points. So
right.
they're neck and neck as far as XP right now.
They're neck and neck.
Always Mafia will hit 10 seconds before Arrogant Nephalem.
Nephalem is
big team fight going in right now. Invictus taking some damage. He's going to get pulled back in. Knight kind of stuck in it. Knight's a little bit stuck. He's not going to be able to get out.
Go down. Yep, there he goes. He kind of just got sandwiched in there.
Greymane taking the advantage, taking the opportunity to turn in on the bottom lane. 21 skulls.
It's red web weavers. Oof, that's difficult to say. Red web weavers are going down for Always Mafia.
So, yep. So the first objective of the game goes the way of Always Mafia. Segatai anchored in the smoke there, waiting for something to happen.
Looks like Monkus is just going to stay bottom, clear the web weaver, and then probably swing up, because Malthael's siege is not great, so he's not going to just want to stay there and hit the towers.
No, I think what I would like to see from Always Mafia is for them just to rotate on the bottom and kill the Malthael. He's up pretty far. He's past the mid line, rather than trying to force a fight.
I don't think Always Mafia needs 5 people mid right here, right?
No, I agree. They're making gains because they're just pushing as 5, but I think that maybe the smarter overall play would have been to stick to your lanes and continue to soak ahead.
For sure. Because that spider really didn't accomplish much, and the 5 of them being in mid didn't really get that much done either. I think if they had sent at least one person up and one person down, they would have been in a much better spot. Ooh, Monk is getting really low, and down he goes.
Will they be able to trade out somebody with it? Doesn't look like it.
That was a great Greymane dive.
Meanwhile, however, Cav on Nazeebo has free reign of the top and middle lane, so he's going to be soaking pretty aggressively. At 74 stacks.
Too.
I think that's worth noting. 74 stacks, 5.5 minutes in is extraordinary.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a lot of stacks.
This is one of the best maps for Nazeebo in the game to begin with. He's well ahead of pace. I expect him to be at about, I don't know, at this rate, 250 probably by the time they hit 20. So he's not going to have any trouble at all hitting his...
Just in case it's not clear for our viewers, Nazeebo always wants to hit 175 stacks of his trait by the time level 20 rolls around so that he can get the Vile Infection talent, which just significantly increases his trait damage and also lets it apply to enemy heroes.
It applies to enemy heroes at I think ×3 the normal rate.
Yep. So Nazeebo's build also, by the way, not quite what we thought it was.
No, it's not full spiders. The only thing he didn't take Thing of the Deep. And to be honest, if you're looking at their team, I guess he really didn't have to. This is a game where like he doesn't have to play far away. They don't have a garage.
Yeah.
They don't have anybody that can, like, if he's close, they can jump on him and pull him back in. So he went with the. I think you're right. I think Widowmakers is probably the best choice here. Blood Ritual, okay, but I'm pretty big on Death Ritual, or the one where you get twice the amount of bonuses from the stacks, because I think you're gonna have so many stacks here that it's just gonna be overwhelming to deal with late game.
It's a bit of a more greedier build, but I think he can make it work.
So level 10 first, going the way of Always Mafia. They do have an advantage here, and I think they have enough coins to turn in at this point. Maybe a little bit less than they need.
Oh, Chromie did go temporal, by the way.
She did go temporal, you're right.
Yep. We see Leo picking up Entomb. Teammate getting pulled in.
Yeah, he might be in trouble. He is.
And he evaporates.
Invictus in trouble
Invictus
as well.
Needs to get out of there.
He does have his ghouls popped, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The poison from Kieri is going to take him down.
They stuck on him.
So here's the thing about the Malfurion pick. I like Malfurion quite a bit, but he struggles against area damage, and they have both a Lunara and a Malthael. So
and a
Nazeebo, which not as bad right now, but late game it will be, as far as spreading out his trait.
It will be horrendous for the Malfurion to deal with. I don't think, like, if they hit 20 and Nazeebo gets Vile Infection, I'm not sure that Malfurion can actually keep anyone alive.
Yeah, to be honest with you, he's at 104 stacks, so it's not a question of whether or not he's going to be able to get it. Like, he absolutely will be able to get it. Yeah, absolutely great peel.
Kovlat was in a bit of trouble, but Knight got in for him. Okay, so blue web weavers are down.
I'd like to see somebody in the bottom lane and the top lane just soaking out the experience.
For sure. I was gonna say, Nazebo could probably go bottom. And then you could just send, like, you know... I'm not sure who you would send top, but somebody, right?
Anybody. You just want the experience.
Yeah, for sure.
For the first time in the game, Arrogant Nephalem has pulled ahead in XP pretty significantly. They're now level 12.
Ooh, Monkus in a bit of
Monkus
trouble.
is going to go down, though, but so does Segatai.
So does Greymane. Twilight Dream was used, by the way. It was a little hard to tell, but yeah, that went out.
So Arrogant Nephalem going to have to back off before they're able to secure that fort. Although they might be able to re-engage. It's not going to take very much to take it down. Maybe with the Toads and Kieri's Poison, they might be able just to trickle it off. But
you thought Orlinks kind of want to go in there, but like he immediately decided to turn around with his E. He knew that wasn't going to be able to get anything done there.
So what do you think about the Entomb here?
I don't really like it that much.
Yeah, I think if you can catch the Nazebo, awesome. If you can catch a Rhaegar, maybe.
Yeah.
But Lunara, she'll jump out. Malthael jumps out. Diablo doesn't care. Diablo, in fact, will Apocalypse right back.
Even if you do Entomb one of those squishies that can't escape, Diablo just counter-engages with APOC, right?
Yeah.
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 I think Leo probably should have just gone March, which has been buffed with the latest patch. It is crazy good now.
The level 20 Entomb upgrade is not bad either. I mean, it silences you once you're in, so... I mean, I definitely think they can make... At that point, they could Entomb anybody and make something happen.
I can see why they picked Entomb, though. Like, Entomb has really good synergy with Chromie. It just keeps them there. Chromie is allowed to just bombard them.
No, for sure. Yeah.
Alright, so Nephalem has cleared mid, and they have cleared top, and they're going to rotate down bottom. Monkus is going to be a little slow to the party, so I kind of hope that Nephalem realizes that, and they don't full engage yet.
Knight does have 100 souls now. Yeah, you're right. Monkus a little out of position here.
I was really scared for him. If he had gone the wrong way, which was the right way, he would have met the enemy team and probably died.
So Chromie has completed her level 1 quest for Time Walker's Pursuit, which means that she'll get 5% additional spell power.
Chromie is also at 35 stacks on her baseline Sandblast quest.
Okay. Looks like a big engage here.
Sand Echo.
Tormented Souls going out.
APOC is popped.
Waiting for that Twilight Dream.
Ooh, excellent Ancestral on Cobble out there.
There it is. Might be a little bit late, though. It's going to force him back. Invictus, I think, still in trouble. Knight got a ton of hit points.
Look at how low Mafia's been getting, right? Like, they've just been getting poked out of fights.
Yeah, I think that's... Well, you saw...
Malfurion just can't keep them up.
Yeah, I think that's just... We had talked about earlier how they had banned the Stukov, and I think that's probably why. They wanted to force them into a healer that couldn't deal with area damage.
Really smart pick there.
Yeah. I think if it were me, I might have even just gone Brightwing here.
For Mafia?
Yeah, for Mafia.
Huh.
I mean, if you look at their damage, right? Most of their damage is for a couple of reasons. Almost all their damage is over time, right? It's poke damage.
Right.
So she can deal with that. Like, she basically negates everything that they can do. Furthermore, when
Ambuel and Invictus getting really low.
Yeah, Invictus is getting really low. Gonna have to go out. Auralink's gonna E out as well. It looks like basically full retreat from Always Mafia.
Are just getting shredded right now.
They are. Yeah. Furthermore, my other point was when Monkus would go in with his Tormented Souls, you can just sheep him out of it, and that ends the effect. So you can completely negate the effect of his ult by just sheeping him. So I really think that Brightwing may have been...
Does it end the effect entirely, or just for those?
Over. Yeah.
Wait. So I didn't quite catch what you said. Does it end it entirely, or just for the polymorph creation?
No, I believe it's over. Because I used it.
Really?
I played a game against Rhinox on stream, where it was that exact situation where I picked Brightwing into their setup, and then all I had to do was sheep out their Tormented Souls.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
Orlick's gonna slip by. Does Munkus have Throwing Shade? Chat wants to know. Let's look.
He does.
He does have Throwing Shade, and he has completed the quest. So, Touch of Death, Tormented Souls, Ethereal Existence. Okay, I can see that. Gonna go Soul Collector. Build's kind of all over the place.
Mazebo is at 167 sacks, 170 right now.
169, yeah.
Yeah, he is gonna hit it. And he's gonna get pretty stacked at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to see. I like the blood ritual. I see a lot of people take blood ritual, but but I think it's called death ritual, where you get double the bonuses from your stacks. Is so good on a map like this because you're gonna get just obscene stacks. So the game is even as far as talents go. Both teams are 16. However, Arrogant Nephalem does have, I would say, a significant structural advantage. Knight going in pretty deep, but he is surrounded.
Knight is really deep. Kinda just walks out unpunished, though.
And we just see that area damage just going out all over their team. Arlinx is going all the way in.
In the middle there. Completely zones out the rest of red team.
Ancestral goes down, saves Knight. Arlinx does go down, but so... No, that was Knight, okay. But he does lose his souls. Invictus gets away barely, but oh, he might be going down.
Temporal Loop from Chromie goes out, but nothing really happens.
The Ice Block to save Malfurion. Ooh! Big blast from Chromie right there. Good job, Keyman.
Downtown, dude. Oh my goodness.
Oh!
Barely escapes.
And the bye-bye at the end.
Thanks to the bye-bye. That's right, because Chromie no longer has, oh my god, what was it? Reaching Through Time. That's the one.
Right.
Actually, more viable than ever to take bye-bye, even though, kind of already like that talent anyway.
Outside of outright killing her, and it's hard to do that with dot damage, or Diablo. They cannot stop her from bye-byeing.
Yeah. Diablo is the only way they interrupt her bye-bye. Red team turning in some gems. They don't quite have enough. Blue team does have enough, however.
And just for anyone...
missing just one right now.
Cavalat has breached 200 stacks. He's at 203, so his quest is online just as soon as he hits 20. This is exactly what I said. We were gonna see what, 250 by the time he hits 20.
Yep.
I think that's right on point.
Is 2 hits away from completing her Sandblast quest, by the way.
Okay.
She's at 58. She needs 2 more hits. At that point, Chromie will become a lot more dangerous with the baseline Sand Echo. Sand Echo, by the way, is the quest reward that you get from hitting 60 people with Sandblast. Creates a clone at your current location when you use Q, which will fire a Q when you fire a Q. And it's always active, always on. Knight going in.
Going in, pulling Arlinx back, but he's going to be able to E out. He is Leoric after all.
Yeah, not quite the best target there, but he saw an opportunity. I don't blame him for trying. Ooh, Segatai getting really
getting pretty low. They want this keep pretty badly. Lunara's in a bad spot. Did get rooted for a second.
Chromie has hit level 18, by the way. She does have her level 18 talent, which is 20 for other people. And she did go for the Pierce.
So I know you play more Leoric than I do, and I know he has changed. Can you tell people why you see Arlinx like hitting his E and like walking all throughout their team?
Right. So at level 13 and 16, Leoric gets Ominous Wraith and Royal Focus, respectively. Ominous Wraith, if he passes through people as the Wraith form, it will cause them to deal 50% less damage for 4 seconds. And then Royal Focus, right? After his E ends, if he Qs people, he will get cooldown reduction on his E. Basically meaning he has a lot of uptime on just causing the enemy team to do 50% less damage. Very, very strong. Really strong build. I think probably his best build right now. And given how much damage Arrogant Nephalem can put out, it's definitely worthwhile to pick up.
Okay.
Arrogant Nephalem does hit level 20, by the way.
I think that Always Mafia has done a pretty good job of holding on to this. They have lost the XP advantage, though, so Arrogant Nephalem has hit 20, so we've been talking about this for a while. I think the jig is kind of up as far as Nazeebo goes. Now they have, in terms of dot damage, they have Lunara, they have Malthael, and now they have Nazeebo. Big damage from these 3 characters, and a support that just can't deal with that kind of damage.
Rayman is in huge trouble right now.
Yeah,
there's no way he lives. Yeah, double combo from Diablo. He lost about 30% of his health right there and then.
It does look like they're going to go ahead and take boss. They're going to have to do this uncontested. If I were Always Mafia, I would be looking just to get a turn in right now, just anything, just sort of
get 20, right?
Well, yeah, get 20.
That's all they can hope for.
I mean, they're not going to contest this. Not 1924v5, so I don't want to see him over here. I'd like to see them
get... hoping just to, like, nail somebody, and I can't blame her for trying.
I mean, I get that, but I want to see him get a turn in and just get map pressure moving in the opposite direction for a second.
Right. Because boss top lane still has to go through the keep, whereas, like, bottom lane has no keep.
So we're
honestly,
gonna have
they
about
could even, like, split. They could split, go bottom. But it's too late for that now.
We're gonna have about 10 seconds here with no Greymane. So
I don't think they can end.
I don't know that they can end, but
if they get a kill or two, they can definitely end. Actually.
Yes, a death on Always Mafia at this point would be a snowball. They just need to get on this boss and make sure.
If I were Knight, I would be aggressive. I would be positioning like super aggressively right now. Knight kind of in the back a little because of the time trap.
I don't know that they can kill it in time, man.
They're going for this actually, and I think they're gonna get it because Nazeebo's crazy at this level.
Yeah, 13%, 10%, and down it goes. Ancestral Healing going off the last second just because.
So Nazeebo at level 20 is a building destroyer.
Yeah, absolutely. So first game going the way of Arrogant Nephalem. Which is kind of what we thought from the draft, right?
Yeah.
Did that any big surprises you think as far as the way that game turned out?
It was pretty textbook, honestly. Malfurion simply couldn't keep his team up through the various dot damage. Malthael kind of went unpunished for a lot of the match. There wasn't a lot of peel for them. It was just pretty standard engagements. It was what Nephalem wanted.
Right. Okay. Well, that will be the end of Game 1, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to Game 2. We'll get with Antaeus and Bludgeon and find out if they are still in their game. They are still in their game, so we'll catch up with them in just a second.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna take a quick BRB.